Well, the Forum on the Family is one of the key family conferences held each year. International and national speakers, political leaders, and this year's conference is again going to be held at the Dewdrops Event Centre in Manukau City on Friday, 5th of July, which is just over 3 weeks away. There's also a gala dinner the night before on Thursday the 4th. And this year's theme is protecting the next generation. Time for all of us to push back against the harmful agendas and ideologies being targeted at our children, including the ones in the womb. And once again, we have an amazing lineup of speakers from the US, Australia and New Zealand. And I've been profiling the four of the key international speakers who I've had a chance to have a quick interview with. And we had Chloe Cole first up, and then we had Melissa Oden, get it right, Bob, and then yesterday Maggie Hamilton from Australia, and today it is Katy Faust, and she's from the US. So Katy Faust from the US is founder and president of Them Before Us. It's a global movement defending the rights of children to their mother and father. In 2021, she co-wrote Them Before Us, Why We Need a Global Children's Rights Movement. And her latest book is Raising Conservative Kids in a Woke City. Now, she's a mum on a mission against the progressive overreach. Let's meet Katy. Joining me is Katy Faust. Katy, have you actually been to New Zealand?
I've never been to New Zealand, but I hear you have some sheep.
We've got a lot of sheep. Which family member has lined up to be your, bag carrier?
Well, we've set up sort of a Hunger Games situation where they're each going to go into the wilderness with their weapon of choice, and whatever child emerges from the woodlands alive is going to accompany me to New Zealand.
Okay. I can see the tongue firmly in cheek there. Right. Tell us a little bit about what your work involves and how you got into it.
Yeah. My work involves seeking to represent the rights and well-being of the child in every conversation about marriage and family. So there's always a lot of adult interest. There's always a lot of adult identities and desires and feelings involved in all the conversations, whether it's the definition of marriage or divorce or modern families or reproductive technologies or even adoption. Adults dominate those conversations. What we do at Them Before Us is we try to give a voice to the child. We try to represent the genuine interests of the child in all of those conversations. If they could advocate for themselves, what would they say? What would they want? And what would we have an obligation to defend on their behalf? So that's what we do at Them Before Us, is we seek to put them, the children, before us, the adults, in all matters of marriage and family.
And how did you get into this? I mean, what made you passionate about this issue?
I just got angry one day. I just saw how the world was lying about children and using them as political pawns to advance an ideological agenda to their absolute detriment and lifelong harm. And nobody was speaking up for them. I mean, I think that we've learned to do that when it comes to matters of abortion, fighting for a child's right to life. But we haven't learned to do that when it comes to conversations about the child rights on this side of the womb. So that's what we do at Them Before Us. Is I just got angry that there was no representation on behalf of children in the cultural conversations, the legal conversations, and when we're talking about these emerging technologies, what the child longs for, what they have a natural right to, what is best for them is almost always totally absent from the conversation.
Okay, so your message for people attending the conference?
Come and learn how to defend children. Come and start to look at it from the perspective of the child. I mean, I'm a Baptist pastor's wife. Like, I love God. Scripture is my ultimate authority. I don't think that that's the best way to defend kids. I think that we need to learn the natural law arguments. We need to be familiar with the social science. We need to run up against and read the real life stories of children who have grown up without a mother or father because culture decided that love makes a family, not their fundamental natural rights. Familiarize yourself with their real life stories so you understand who you're defending. And then stand firm no matter who comes against you or what they say.
Okay, well, we look forward to whichever family member accompanies you, the lucky one, and seeing you both in New Zealand in July. Dress up warm because it will be winter, but looking forward to it. Thanks, Katy.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I've heard Katy speak. I tell you what, she will really both engage and entertain you and draw you into some key concepts that we really need to be reminded of. So now you can see all our the full lineup of speakers on our website. Go to forumonthefamily.nz. And as I've been saying all week, if you're concerned for our culture and the effect that it's having on our families, and you're saying, well, what can I do? Well, step one, get to the Forum on the Family. Last year was another sellout, so don't delay. Go to forumonthefamily.nz for all the information you need. Register today. Don't miss this important family conference. We need to build a culture that protects our children, the next generation. There we are. It's right there. forumonthefamily.nz. Register today.